So I met Gary Byers in 2002 when I first came to the Helping Out mission. I've been here 17 years, so I've known Gary for 17 years. Back then, he taught classes in 1031, which was still the remnants of a Signet Bank, and it was my first real introduction into the Bible and the stories of Jesus. About 6 months into the program, after I worked in ILC, I became kind of the first of Pastor Gary's worthless assistants, and we got to know each other really well, and here we are today. He married me and my wife. Along the way, he lent me money to buy my house along the way, which I did pay back.
When I first met Gary, I had been here for 12 days, and you just sat in the chapel then with the pigeons, and Gary would come in and try to do some classes.
He really cuts you a lot of slack. He's a very compassionate guy. I mean, we're struggling. I mean, he's the epitome of, I'm gonna work with you through your struggles.
He has literally been the pastor of this place. He has such an impact on every single person that's here. He can't walk through hallways without being stopped. He takes secret passageways to get to his different hiding places.
He exemplified what it meant to be in a faith-based program. A lot of times people tell you faith-based program, but they zero in on everything but that. Pastor Gary was deeply rooted in what he felt was the way up and the way out. And it was not going to be out without God being in the center of it.
In the very early days, Gary still had hair, and mine was pretty long, and my beard was pretty long, and we were opposites really at that point. You can't believe what a factor Gary is to the community. Gary is the glue and the icing to the cake, and then everybody else is the filling.
I think he's the essence of humility. So his big thing back in the day is dirty, rotten, stinking sinner, and that he would always say that he is one and we all are one. That was just the way to help people understand that we are all broken before God and we all have work to do. And he would say that he has as much work to do as anybody else. That's just who he is.
I didn't have a good experience in Catholic school, so obviously I was a little frightened of the cross on the door. And listening to Gary, I learned that God wasn't going to get me. Jesus was not out there stalking me. He's actually my friend, and he's my savior, and I didn't have to fear him. And nobody else had ever brought that to me. And I've never seen a guy with such zeal for what he believes in without being aggressive about it.
Yeah, so there's been a lot of Gary Byers stories along the way. It's been great to know him.
Someone told me once, you're a culmination of all the people you meet. And there's a few people you meet that you take more from than you actually realize. And I can't thank you enough for that.
So he's really been one of the best friends I could ever imagine having.
Gary's contribution to the Helping Out mission is going to be legendary. I think the leadership has decided he's not replaceable, and we're not going to go try to find somebody to replace Gary Byers. You just can't do that. So the mission's gonna miss him, but we will move on and grow. But just isn't another Gary Byers.
The Lord brought him here and has done marvelous work through him.
So I appreciate those days, Gary. You made me laugh, you made me smile, we cried. And Gary, to you, my friend, I hope all your dreams and wishes and prayers come true, and you and Gail go off into the happy sunset that you guys have planned for so long. So please, peace and have a good life.
"2 years clean, no coffee. I choose not to pick up just for today. I can't promise tomorrow. I may pick up tomorrow, but just for today, I'm not using it.